Hi guys, so for this recipe you need these. So we have onion here, our green pepper, 3 tomatoes, our other green pepper, and you need salt, cooking oil, basically that. So we're going to grate these tomatoes, cut the green peppers, cut the onions, and we'll be back. Okay, so this is our salt. We have chili there. I'll have to get 2 or 3, cut them and put them in the beans that we're cooking. Our onion and green pepper, that's been cut. Our grated tomato, that's how it looks like. Okay, so let's get started. For this recipe, I don't cut tomatoes directly, I first grate them. Hi guys, so this is our brazier. I was cooking beans using this brazier. I just had to put some more charcoal so that we can continue the process as I'm cooking it with you guys. You know, cooking beans using a stove is quite expensive because it's consuming in terms of electricity. Yeah, so I decided to use the brazier today. So that's our brazier. We'll be cooking from outside. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how our beans looks like. So that's our beans. Yeah, I'm making sure the pot is stable. Okay, so let me just open that. So that's how our beans looks like. So it's cooking. So when you put your beans, the first step is you first wash your beans. You wash your beans, put hot water, let it get heated, throw your beans inside. That's how I cook my beans. Add in a teaspoon of oil into the beans and the hot water. Yeah, let it cook for some hours. So these beans had cooked like for 5-6 hours because I had to put it in the morning. Yeah, so after it cooks, for me, how I tell my beans is cooked when the water starts getting thick. Then I know I have to put in my tomatoes, my onions, my cooking oil, my salt. Yeah, and you can add some raja, that's some curry, into your beans depending on how you like it. For me, my parents don't like curry, so I can't cook it with curry, so I'll just cook it with tomatoes, cooking oil, salt, and some chili. Yeah, so I'll be guiding you through the steps so we can get started. Our beans is ready to go. We can add in our, so that's how our beans looks like. We can add in our tomatoes, our onions into the beans. So yeah, the brazier is heated up. As you can see, the beans is cooking now, so we can add in our stuff. Okay, so our beans is cooking. Yeah, so the first thing I'll add, for me, I always add my tomatoes first. So let me add my tomatoes. I don't know how other people cook it, but for me first I add in my tomatoes. So yeah. Okay. So when I add in my tomatoes, I give it a stir. I'm using this spoon. I got this spoon from my grandma. Yeah. So this is an old spoon. This is an old spoon. So I'll stir the beans together like that. Then from there, I'll add in my chopped chili. So that's the chili. Just had to put it on a lid. Okay. So everything goes there. I won't stir everything, but I'll just give it a mix on top, like that. Okay, so that's how it looks like. You can see it's getting thick. I don't know what's up with beans, and when you add tomatoes, onions, before you even add some cooking oil, it just starts getting thick. So yeah, so that's how it looks like. So how my beans is cooking, you can see, so delicious, so yummy. Okay, look at how good it's looking. So after this, I'll add in my cooking oil. I'll add in my cooking oil. Okay. So, because I added in my cooking oil, I'll give it a mix. Mix everything, and boom, that's how it looks like. So for the amount of cooking oil that we put into our beans, I don't know, I can't give you a fixed amount, because you know I'm cooking these beans in a smaller pot. As you can see, this is a smaller pot, and some of you will cook your beans in a bigger pot. So what will happen now is that you measure your cooking oil depending on how much beans you have cooked. So you just put in a little. So look at how it looks like. Okay, so look at how it looks like. This is my salt. I already measured it. I'm using 4 of these spoons. Yeah, so 4 of these. This is more like a teaspoon. I just make sure it's full, so it's equivalent to a teaspoon. So I'll pour in my salt. I know it looks a lot, but yeah, I'll pour it in batches. So like I'll split it into 2. So yeah. Okay, I just had to test my my beans after putting in the half bunch, so I'll put in just a bit more. Yeah, like that. Then I'll stir. My beans really looks delicious. Just look at that. Then finally, I'll pour in my cut onions and green pepper. So I'll pour in these into the beans like that. Okay, let me just get these ones that I remained. So sorry guys, I can't choose my other hand because I'm using the other hand to shoot this. Yeah, so okay, just grab that because my hands are already clean. Just put the remainings. Make sure you always wash your hands before you start cooking. It's important. There's a certain things that you can grab using a spoon or a spatula, but your hands will be able to grab it for you. So always ensure your hands are clean. Okay, so that's how it looks like. Look at that, guys. Okay, so I know other people prefer using this other method which is making soup or gravy, as you can call it. Then pour it into your beans. That's heating up your cooking oil, putting in tomatoes, onions, and green pepper in it, letting, just like you prepare gravy, letting it fry for some time. Then when the tomato, green pepper, onions are ready, you pour into the beans. Yeah, for me, I prefer this method to the other one. Reasons being, I feel like this gives the beans a natural taste. Beans should be beans. Yeah, so that's why I prefer this method to the other one. But the other one is also good, because some people prefer cooking the beans that way, and it's still good. But for me, I prefer using this method because it's much easier, and I just love how the beans taste. So you can see how thick our beans is getting. It looks so delicious. So for us, we'll have to wait until the foam on top settles, and I'll be assured that my beans is fully cooked. And I'll wait for the water to drain a bit, because I don't want my beans to be like so watery. Yeah, so I'll make sure that the soup, as you can call it, drains a bit, then it'll be ready to go. So I'll show you how it looks like after this. So yeah, we can put our lid to cover it, and okay guys, this has been like 5 minutes after our last check, so let's check and see how it's doing. So wow, look at that. Let's look at that. Look at how thick it's looking. Look at that. As you can see, there's even a much bigger difference. The forms are going down. Okay. So someone may be asking, so let me just give this a stir. Someone may be asking, why is it that she's stirring her beans? Why? I stir my beans. Okay, let me just close that. We're outside. Thank you. Okay. So I stir my beans for just one reason. I feel like beans should be treated like any other food. For example, rice or pasta. We always stir, because we don't want the rice or the pasta to be at the bottom of the pot, like it gets stuck at the bottom of the pot. So that's the reason why I keep stirring my beans. Okay, so this is after 15 minutes. Let's check our beans. So hot. Okay, that's how it looks like. Look at that. That looks amazing. So let's just stir. Okay. Just stir. We're making sure. Beans is okay. Beans is ready. So that's how it looks like. It's ready. Look at how thick and delicious it looks. Okay guys, so this is how everything turned out to be. You can look at that. That's how my beans look like. I had it with my rice. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, love, like, share. Till next time, it's your girl Shoes from Shoes Kitchen and Recipes. Bye.